Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review that is going to be life-changing for you guys. I'm not exaggerating either because this product is amazing. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I'm not going to drag it, but I'm going to tell you right off the bat that this product is amazing. As soon as you guys are done watching my review and you subscribe and you hit like, you guys need to head on over to Walmart to pick this product up. So the product that I am talking about today is the new Hard Candy Glamoflauge Mix-In Pigment Makeup Drops. I picked these up today and I picked up 3 different shades. As you guys can see, they are sitting right here. I will be swatching them for you guys. I will be doing a little demo and showing you guys a couple different ways of how I applied and tried these today. There's 12 shades. I believe there's like 3 or 4. I think there's 4 because there's 3 tones. There's like the lights, the mediums, and the deeps, and I believe there's 4 shades of each. I will insert a picture here so you guys can see the color range that they have. These are only $7, and you guys, these things are amazing. I did try the Cover FX drops about 6 to 8 months ago or so, a couple months after they came out. I did end up returning them because the shade that I got was not my correct shade, and then they never ended up stocking the shade that I needed, so I just gave up on them. So I did test those out, and I can tell you in my personal opinion and my thoughts, okay, this is me, I do feel like these are a great dupe, and I believe the Cover FX are, I will put the price right here because I don't think, but they might be in the high 30s or 40s or something like that versus $7. That is freaking crazy. So in this bottle here, you guys get a 0.5 ounce, so it's just a ½ ounce. Your typical foundation usually has a full ounce. Drugstore foundations nowadays are about $10 to $15, and they seem to keep going up in price. My favorite drugstore foundations are the L'Oreal True Match, the L'Oreal Lumi, the L'Oreal Cushion, Maybelline, the Dewy Formula, and then the Revlon 24-Hour Whipped. Those are like my holy grails. Honestly, I feel like these mix-in drops just wipe those out of my holy grail category because these things are just ridiculous. Okay, so I picked them up, I swatched them, I tested them. I am wearing it on my face right now. I am not blurring anything. I'm also going to insert a picture around here so you guys can see a raw, unedited, unfiltered picture up close of after I finish applying the foundation. And you guys, I don't think I can't even think of a time that I put on a foundation and fell in love with it so much that I actually wanted to do zoomed in selfies to show you guys how beautiful the coverage is. I do have pores. I am of age. I'm not going to say my age. I'm just joking. I'm going to be 35. So, you know, my skin is mature. If you're younger and you have like no pores or anything like that and your skin is flawless, then this is going to make your skin look like 10 times even more flawless. But I do have larger pores. I do have the lines here and then fine lines here, so you guys can see that on mature skin this foundation still looks amazing. I picked up the 3 shades because I like to mix my foundations because during the winter time I'm a little, you know, more on the pale side. Right now I'm like normal because I haven't tanned in quite a while, but I did pick up a dark shade, a medium shade, and a light shade. Actually the medium 2, which is right there, is my perfect shade. Wintertime I'll probably have to mix, like use 2 of the lights and then put 1 of the medium drops in. Now if I ever go crazy and tan, then I can mix those 2 right there. What I like is that the medium ones are very yellow, olivey, you know, for us olive girls with the yellow undertones. I love that they're very yellow. I was very scared that they were going to have that pink undertone because when a warm foundation has more of a reddish or a pinkish undertone, I can't wear it because I have that yellow undertone. Even though I'm tanned, I still have yellow in me. Not in me, but you get what I'm saying, right? So I noticed that the yellow ones, so if you guys need to mix them, you should probably pick up the middle ones, which are the mediums, because they have more of that yellow undertone. The lights are not as well, because sometimes the lights are like the cooler. It all depends. Some foundations say they're cool tone and sometimes they're not. They're like the opposite. So you have to be careful and test things out like that because they could be the wrong undertone and then you end up looking all crazy. But sometimes the light ones tend to have a pink undertone or an ashy undertone, I've noticed. It just all depends on the foundation, okay? So I don't think that they are too bad because they do have a little, it's more of like a light yellow, pale yellow undertone, which is cool because then I can mix my medium ones and have a beautiful coverage in the winter. So these are perfect to customize your perfect foundation. The number one question I get all the time is, how do I get my foundation to match perfectly? Honestly, I might have one or two foundations that are like perfect, and I think the Milani 2-in-1 is one, and the L'Oreal, because L'Oreal has the neutrals, warms, and the cool tones and all that. So I think those are like the only two foundations that I'm able to find in my perfect shade. Other than that, I'm always mixing and matching. You're always gonna have to buy like a light one and a dark one to customize it. Now with these drops here, you guys are just going to be able to customize any freaking foundation. If you bought something that's too dark, buy a lighter one. If you've got something that's too light, then buy a darker one. I would suggest picking up two shades, and a lighter and a darker, you know, so you guys can mix them with anything, you know, that you might have at home. These are going to be your best friends. So you guys can mix these in with a primer, a moisturizer. You guys can also mix them in with other foundations, or you can wear them alone. So they are more like water-based, so they're very thin. You guys will see that they're runny, they're lightweight, but they have buildable coverage, and the coverage is not just any coverage, it's like flawless coverage. I went ahead and I tried these 3 different ways. You can go ahead and mix them in with a primer, you can go ahead and mix them in with a lotion or a foundation, or you can just go ahead and wear these alone. I didn't mix them in with a foundation, but I did go ahead and I mixed them with a primer, and then I mixed them with a lotion. I feel like if you use a white lotion or a white primer, it's going to make the foundation lighter. You want to make sure that you use equal amounts of drops and lotion, because if you guys use more lotion than the drops, the product is going to separate. It's going to get all weird. So you guys want to make sure that you apply the right amount. Put it on the back of your hand, test it out, play with it, do a little patch, you know, like a test patch before you guys apply it through the whole face, because if it gets way too light for you guys, then it's not gonna, you know, end up matching, and then it's gonna be a waste. So make sure that you guys test it out, play with it until you get the right shade that you need. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be using a white sunscreen, a white primer, or, you know, regular lotion, because it will make it whiter. And if your lotion is a little thicker, you want to be careful, because then it can get clumpy. Play with it, test it out, you know, and it will work out in the end. I would suggest if you're using a primer that you guys go with a clear primer or a skin tone flesh color primer. I know that they have color correcting, like they have greens and peach and purple and all that good stuff. I ended up using the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Pore Defense Primer Serum. This is a favorite of mine. I picked this up earlier this year, I think, and they actually sponsored my makeup seminar, and everybody at my makeup seminar actually got one of these. So this comes out blue, as you guys can see. It's like the little Tiffany blue, but when you guys blend it in, it actually goes clear. So this is safe to use, and this is very moisturizing, so it gives a very nice glowy light coverage. I think I'm going to do 3 drops. I have to be careful when showing you guys this, because it will get runny. So we're just going to put this all over the face here. Okay, so I went ahead and I blended it in. As you guys saw, I started pressing it in, and then I swirled around. I did notice that since I am congested and I'm blowing my nose and stuff, right around here I'm a little dry because of, you know, all the tissue scratching my nose. But as you guys can see, that this side looks a little more even and smooth. Hopefully you guys can see that. But it does have, like, you see that glow on the cheekbone, like, versus this side. On this side, you guys can see, like, my under eyes with little freckles. You know, I have freckles all around here, especially in this area here. But on this side, it looks more even. And remember, this is, like, a very lightweight natural coverage. This is, like, a tinted moisturizer. But it does even everything out. For the pigment, I'm going to take 3 drops and then just put them on the back of my hand. And I'm going to just dot them all over. I'm just going to press these in. So as you guys can see, this side has a lot more coverage. If me looking in the mirror, I can actually see that this looks a lot more smooth because it has more coverage, versus this side I could see my skin a little more and it doesn't have that full coverage. And then this side is a little more lightweight than this side because we do have that primer on the right hand side. So now to show you guys that this is buildable, I'm gonna go back to the left side, and I'm actually only taking 2 drops this time. Sorry guys, I feel like everything just getting worse by the minute, but we're just going to randomly put a couple little dots on our face because we're not gonna be adding too much, and then we're just gonna go back and we're just going to press that in. Alright, can you guys see how smooth the left side of my face looks? And then you have, look at that, I can see it. I hope that you guys can really see it. Like on this side, everything looks so smooth, and then over here we have my skin peeking out a little bit. Let's say that around this area here, you know, you can see a little cling on because of my dryness. I would just take this and of course moisturize. And then what I like to do is just take this damp beauty blender and then just go over it just a little bit so that it presses everything in and it makes it look even more flawless. As you guys just saw there, you can use these drops in different ways, and I'm sure that you guys can use other techniques. So let me show you guys here what I used. Even though you guys saw it in the video, let me show you guys what I used. So obviously if you're going with light coverage, then you guys can just use a beauty blender and then just pounce it on there. But keep in mind that the foundation is so lightweight that if you do have a damp sponge, some of that product is going to come off. Now if you're going on with the full coverage, what I would suggest is do 1 full layer, pressing the foundation in with a flat top brush. Then go with a light second layer. Don't do as much as you did the first time. Go in, and then after that, go ahead, take it, press it in, and then lightly go over it with the beauty blender to take a little bit of product out, but put a little moisture in there, and it gives you that beautiful, flawless coverage. That is my tip. Now, be careful when applying it and build it slowly because you can get cakey. If you do get a little cakey, a little damp beauty blender, maybe a little MAC Fix Plus or a little bit of something to kind of like pull that out and give you that natural glow. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you are dry anywhere in the face or have dry patches, I would suggest to moisturize those areas just a little more than the rest of your face, because I did have a little bit of dryness here because I'm catching a cold or something, and I've been itching and blowing my nose, and I noticed that I had like those little, you know, those little fuzzies here, and it clinged onto it. So just make sure that you guys moisturize those dry patches or dry areas. I feel like this foundation is perfect for anybody, dry, normal, oily. It is just an amazing product. I am so happy that they came out with it. It's super affordable. The color selection is amazing because with these things you guys can mix and match and create your own custom foundation. I hope I didn't forget anything. If I did, I'll link everything down below. If you guys have questions or comments or anything like that, if you guys found the foundation and you loved it, make sure to let me know down below. Don't forget Instagram, Snapchat, everything at the one and only Maria. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you guys later. Bye.